Hello, my people. This is Rising Voice with Glado, the nutritionist. Welcome today as we discuss about
Bible stories.
Yes, we are discussing about
Bible stories.
So, who have a story to tell?
Me.
Okay.
Once upon a time, we have David. Someone be tell to go Bethlehem. Then Then the God tell them to go there to find the new king. And the father of the boy said he had 8 sons, but 6 they come. Then he said, then the man who will be told to go to Bethlehem, he said, you only have 6 sons, but the father of the 8 sons, he said one is over there watching the sheep. Then one day, their parents, they told them to go to battle. Then he told them to battle with the
The Philistine.
With the Philistine. Then when they go then the Philistine have a Goliath, which one is tall. Then their younger brother, the Goliath say, who will fight me today? And then
Goliath was huge. A huge man.
Yes, and even his then the brothers, they lost faith because they run like a coward. Then when
and then Goliath told the brothers, you coward,
you
cannot fight me.
Yes.
Why are you running away?
You
like cowards.
You battle with me. Who will dare fight me today? Then his father told them to go to David to go get him, to give them the little brother food. Then
so who sent another?
Is the younger brother been told to go and give the brothers food.
Okay.
Then when they go, he said he see the Philistines have a giant. And then when he told them, why are you not fighting back? Because look, he's so tall and he have a giant sword. Sasa, the brother said, little David said, how about this giant? But he said, you are brave, but you are not strong. So I can go home and help father with the sheep.
So who told David that? Their brothers, isn't it?
Yes. Then then he stayed 3 days there in home. Then and he stayed 3 days. Then little David
went to the king.
Yes, and he told him permission to step. He asked permission to step in the battlefield. But he said, when I ask you to go, it's like I'm sending you to your death. Then his king said, yes. Then he said, you need my armor and shield, and even my sword. He never let me down. Little David said, no, I don't need all those, because they will make me don't have faith. Then
because David believed in God, isn't it?
Yes,
David had trust in
God. Then he go to the lake. Then he picks some rock, the perfect one. Then he just wanted. Then he said, "Why you grow that?" Then he came together. Then he said, "I will fight you." Because then he said, "Ha ha ha! Is this what you only got?" So he said, "You have a giant thought." Then he come quickly. Then David he wanted to. He come close. Then and he come close. He let the rock go. Then he hit him to the head. Then he blind. Then he fall down. Then the little brothers come and picked David in their shoulders.
Their big brother, the big brothers.
Yes, and when they put him to the shoulders, the king said, "Bring that boy to me." Then the king have the guards that told then the guards bring little David in the palace. Then he told little David, yes, he will be the new king.
Wow, that is good. That is
good.
So I want us. Where is my nini? Where is my phone?
What? Is it over here? Yeah.
So I want us to read. I want us to do what?
To read.
So
yes,
let us read about the story of David. The story of
David.
Yes, we read about the story of David in Samuel 1 from verse 17. Okay?
Yes.
So the Philistines gathered for the battle in Soko, a town in Judah. A town in
Judah.
So where were the Philistines?
In Judah.
Good, in Judah. Okay, Melvin?
Yes.
Where were the Philistines?
In Judah.
In Judah, eh?
Yes.
They camped at a place called Ephes, Damin, between Soka and Azekah. Saul and the Israelites assembled and camped in Elah Valley, where they got ready to fight the Philistines. Okay?
Yes.
So Saul and who? The Israelites. Okay?
Yes.
So David was an Israelite. David was an
Israelite.
David was an Israelite. And Goliath was a
Philistine.
Good. The Philistines lined up on one hill and the Israelites on the other, with the valley between them. A man named Goliath. A man named who?
Goliath stayed in the battlefield.
Good.
But
a man named Goliath from the city of Gath came out from the Philistine camp to challenge the Israelites. To challenge who?
the Israelites.
He was 9 feet tall. He was 9 feet
Tall.
So he was how many meters? He was 3 meters tall. He was a tall man and very huge. Okay?
Yes.
A man, okay, and wore bronze armor and weighed about 125 pounds and a bronze helmet. What is a helmet?
It's what to protect to being hit to your head.
Yes, and he had armor. What are armor?
It's protect you for getting
Hurt, isn't it?
Yes.
Like the who normally go for wars in Kenya? The police. What do we call them? The wanajeshi. Okay?
Oh yes.
They normally protect themselves. Okay?
They did not die.
Yeah, so that they are not attacked by enemies. Okay?
Yes.
So Goliath was a huge
Yes.
Goliath was a huge
man.
Yes.
Even
And he had helmet to
even
protect
have
himself.
shields for protecting
Yes,
them.
yes, he had everything. He had what?
They even have swords.
Yeah. So
Everything in
his
it.
legs were also protected by bronze armor, and he carried a bronze javelin sling over his shoulders. Okay?
Yeah.
So this man was well equipped for war. He was well equipped for
War.
He was ready. He was what?
Ready to battle.
Yes, and he had everything he wanted. He had what?
Everything he wanted.
He had what?
Everything he wanted.
Yeah.
Mom.
So, yes.
But why the Philistines they get a glorious sitting a battle about themselves?
No, they wanted to volunteer one person. Okay?
Yes.
But here, the Bible says that Goliath volunteered himself. Okay?
Yes.
Let's see. A man named Goliath from the city of Gath came out from the Philistine camp and challenged the Israelites. Okay?
Yes.
So he felt that he was good enough to fight for his people, for his
people
so
that
he's the one. He's the one who came out. So Goliath came out from the Philistines. Okay, so he volunteered himself because he thought he had all the strength. Okay, he believed in himself. Okay?
Yes.
He knew that he was going to win the battle, isn't it?
And even control the kingdom of King Saul.
Yes, because he wanted to take over the kingdom of Israelites. Okay?
Yes.
So, here says, Goliath stood and shouted.
And God helped David to kill
Goliath, isn't it?
Yes.
So let's read on. Goliath stood and shouted at the Israelites. What are you doing here? You see, he was shouting, what are you doing here?
If somebody can borrow me,
Yes.
step to the battlefield.
What are you doing here? Lined up for battle.
Yes. If you lose, you will be our gods. But if I lose, my Philistines will be your team.
Yes, I am a Philistine. You slaves of Saul.
Yes.
You slaves of Saul.
You never
Choose one of your men to fight me.
but nobody step on the
How was
battlefield.
Goliath speaking?
Step on the battlefield.
Yeah, choose one man to fight me.
Not to only one man.
Yes. And then he continued. This is how Goliath was speaking. If he wins and kill me, I will be your slaves. Sasa Goliath ndiye anasema hivyo. Okay? Yes. And because he believed that he was the one who was going to win. Okay? So he's telling them, if he wins, if one Israelite man win, he will be their slave.
You like reading? Baby, you like reading?
Okay, so let's continue. Goliath challenged the Israelites every morning and every night, every evening for how many days? 40 days. Can you imagine? For 40 days, Goliath will go to the valley there.
Mom.
Yes.
And there was 2 boys. They were thinking like Goliath. He can sleep, and then he wake up, and then he be scared.
So Goliath used to go to the valley, to the battlefield every evening and every morning to mock the Israelites. Okay? No, okay. Evening, it's towards the night. Okay? So he would go there to mock who? Yeah, to mock and to tell Israelites, you coward. For 40 days. For how many days? 40 days. Can you imagine the humiliation? Can you imagine the humiliation?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah.
And even when we watching David, you see Goliath, he was coming at night, and he said some 3 people they was sleeping in the tent. Then they hear Goliath's voice. Then they said, not today, not tomorrow, and not next time.
Yeah, because they were fearing. They were doing what?
Fearing.
They were fearing. They were saying, okay, tomorrow I'm the one who's going to fight. But when they hear Goliath speak, they shiver. No, not today. I'm not fighting today. I'm not fighting today. No, not me. So they say, I'm going to fight. But when they hear Goliath, no, I'm not fighting. Okay?
Yes, because there was not. Can we get to the?
Yeah.
Mom, can we get to go when David come to the then he stepped?
Yeah, we are ready. Let's go. Okay. No, Goliath challenged the Israelites every morning and every evening for 40 days. Okay?
Right.
So, one day, Jesse said to David, who was Jesse?
The father of David.
High five. Good. Jesse was the father of David. So one day Jesse said to David, take a half bushel of roasted grains, okay?
Yes.
And these 10 loaves of bread, and hurry with them to your brothers in the camp. So their father was sending David to their brothers to give them what? Food, okay?
Because he don't have anyone else to tell them to get their brothers food.
And David was an obedient boy, okay? He was an obedient boy, okay? Yes. King Saul, okay, and So, and take these 10 cheeses to the commanding officer, okay? Find out how your brothers are doing along the brink, your brothers are doing along, and bring back something to show that you saw them, and that they are well, So their father was fearing. Fearing. Okay. He thought, now my boys have been killed. Will I ever see my boys again? Okay.
But it was not true.
No, he thought that.
But it was not
No, he was telling the small brother, David, make sure you bring me something that will make me know that my other boys are well, that they have not been killed by the Philistines.
But they give them the story which one you have told David. But father of David, he didn't know David you have killed Goliath.
By now, he has not. He's just been sent to take food, okay, and to check on the brothers, okay.
Yes.
For now, he hasn't killed Goliath, okay.
Yes.
So David got up early the next morning. Left someone else in charge of the sheep. You see now, David loved what? The sheep. Okay. He was a good shepherd. So he woke up early in the morning and made sure that the sheep were in good hands. Because he was obedient. So David got up early the next morning, left someone else in charge of the sheep, took the food, and went to Jesse. And went as Jesse had told him to, okay? He arrived at the camp just as the Israelites were going out to their battle line, okay? Yes. So he found that their brothers were about to go to the battle line, okay? The Philistine and the Israelite army took position for the battle. Facing each other. Okay. Yes. Now they were about to fight. The Israelites were on this side and the Philistines were on that side. Okay. So, as he was talking with them, so David left the food with the officer in charge of supplies. Okay, who was taking care of the needs of the soldiers. Okay, ran to the battle line. David left the food with the
soldier.
Yes, and ran to the battle line. Okay, went to his brothers and asked.
Given the Philistines, even they go to the battle line.
Yeah. So he went to the brothers and asked. How are you? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he asked them, how are you, my brothers? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. And then, as he was talking to them, Goliath came forward and challenged the Israelites. he had done as he had done before. So as he was talking to them, Goliath came forward and challenged the Israelites as he had done before, and David heard him. Okay, so when David went to check on the brothers, Goliath started now mocking the Israelites. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So David had him. Okay.
Yes.
David had
Him.
David had him. Okay. David had
Him.
When the Israelites saw Goliath, they ran away in terror. Can you imagine?
Yes.
They ran away. When Goliath talked, they ran away. Okay.
Yes.
Look at him, they said to each other. Listen to his challenge. Okay? Look at him. Listen to his challenge. And they were running and running and running. Okay. King Saul has promised to give a big reward to the man who kills Goliath. Okay.
Yes.
So the king had promised the Israelites, okay, that whoever kills Goliath, I'll give them a reward. I'll give them a gift. I'll give them
Give them a reward.
So the king also gave him so look at him. They said to each other, listen to his challenge. King Saul has promised to give a big reward to the man who kills him. The king also gave him his daughter to marry and will not require his father's family to pay taxes. Okay, so King Saul had promised the Israelites that whoever will kill Goliath, okay, will be given the daughter to marry, okay, and their family, their father will not pay what? Taxes. They will not pay what?
Taxes.
What are taxes?
They are taxes which one they get you everywhere you want to go. Yes.
Okay. So David asked the men who were near him, what will the man get? What will the man get who kills the Philistine and frees the Israelites from this disgrace? Okay, so David is asking, what will the man who will kill the Philistine, what will he get? Okay, after all, what will after all, who is this heathen Philistine? Okay, he's asking, who is this man? Who is this man who is abusing us? Okay.
Yes.
To defy the army of the living God. The army of the living
God.
So David believed in God. David believed in
God.
He knew that they were under the protection of God. Okay. So when you trust in God, nothing will be too big. Okay? When you trust in God, nothing will be too big. Okay? So they told him what would be done for the man who killed Goliath. Okay?
Yes.
So Eliab, David's eldest brother, heard David talking to the men. He became angry with David and said, what are you doing here? Okay, now the big brother is asking David, what are you doing here? Who is taking care of those sheep of yours out there in the wilderness? Okay, you smart Alec, hey you just come watch the fighting. Okay, so now what I have done, David asked, can't I even ask a question? Okay, so David is asking his brother,
Can I ask even a little question.
Yes, I'm just asking a question. Who is this man who is disturbing us? Okay, so some of the men heard what David has said, and they told Saul, who sent for him. Okay, so some people heard what David was saying, and the king sent for David. Okay. So David said to Saul, Your Majesty, Your Majesty, no one should be afraid of this Philistine. Okay, I will go and fight him. So David is saying, no one should be afraid. I will go and fight him. No, answered Saul. So Saul said, no. How could you fight him? You are just a boy, and he has been a soldier all his life. Okay, so Saul, the king, told David, you are just a little boy. And this man has been a soldier all his life. Okay, yes. How can you say that he shouldn't disturb us? Okay, so I go after it. You see, I go after it, attack it, and rescue the lamb. And if the lion or the bear turns on me, I grab it by the throat and beat it to death. Okay, so David was taking care of the sheep. Okay, not even the lions would do what? Would eat the sheep. Okay,
and even wolves.
Yes. So the Lord has saved me from lions and bears. He will save me from this Philistine. Okay. All right. Saul answered, Go, and the Lord be with you. And the Lord be with
you.
So David got blessings from who? From Saul, because he asked for permission. Because he did what?
Asked for permission.
He didn't just go, he asked for permission. Okay.
Yes.
So he gave his own armor to David for him to wear, a bronze helmet which he put on David's head, and a coat of armor. David strapped Saul's swords over the armor and tried to walk, but he couldn't because he wasn't used to wearing them. Okay, yes. And he was not strong enough to wear those heavy things. Okay, I can't fight with all this, he said to Saul. I'm not used to it. Okay, so David told Saul, now I'm not used to these helmets, and they are so heavy.
And
so
your shield is too heavy from me.
Yes, so he took all off. So he took Yes. So he took his shepherd's stick and then picked up 5 smooth stones from a stream, okay, as you said, isn't it? And put them in his bag. Okay. So he put how many stones in his bag?
5.
5. And with his sling, what is a sling?
Sling, you would, which one you just put it front, then you throw some.
Sure, yeah.
You just go straight where you want to go.
Yeah, ready. He went out to meet Goliath. Okay. He took his shepherd's stick and then picked up 5. Okay. The Philistines started walking towards Goliath. the Philistine started walking towards David with his shield bearer walking in front of him. He kept coming closer. He kept coming
closer.
And when he got a good look at David, he was filled with scorn for him because he was just a nice, good-looking boy. Okay? So Goliath despised David. Goliath despised who? Goliath. He despised David. Okay. Because he was not afraid. He saw a small boy.
I was telling Goliath was afraid.
Afraid of who? No.
David.
He wasn't afraid. He was asking himself, now who is this? Who is this? I can't fight with a small boy. Can you fight with your brother? Your small brother. So Goliath looked at David and saw a small boy, a good-looking boy, an innocent boy, and he was asking himself, now who is this? Why are they sending a small boy to fight me?
And Goliath was afraid to kill him.
Yes, he was wondering now, how will I do with this small boy? He's so small. Can I fight with a small boy? These Israelites are cowards. They are sending a small boy, an innocent one. Okay. So, come on. He challenged David. Okay. So, he said to David, now he's telling David, okay, what's that stick for? What is the stick for? You see?
Yes.
He was wondering, this boy is coming with a stick. For what? Okay.
Yes.
Do you think I'm a dog? So Goliath is asking David, do you think I'm a dog? You're coming to me with a stick. Do you think I'm a dog? Okay? And he called down curses from his God on David. But they were not worshiping the real God. They were worshiping idols. They were worshiping
idols.
Yes. Okay.
This is like which one?
They were creating their own to gods and praying to them. Okay.
Yes.
They didn't believe in the everlasting God. Okay. The God who built heaven and earth. Okay. The God who gave us bread and life. The God who gave us who?
Bread and life.
Yes, God, the God who protects you. The God who does what?
Protect us.
Yes, is the real God. It's our God. It's our
God.
Okay, so the Philistines, they did not believe in the God that we believe in. Okay,
Yes.
they had their own to God, to small gods that were not helping them. To God,
And there was stones.
yeah.
Even
So
it was not moving.
So yeah. So come on. He challenged David. Okay. So come on. He challenged the little David. Okay. And I will give your body to the birds. Okay. And animals to eat. Imagine, he was telling the little David like that. Come on. I will give your body to the birds and to the animals for them to eat you. Okay. David answered, you are coming against me with swords and spear and javelin. Okay.
Javelin is what?
Javelin is that spear that
he throw this.
Yes. But I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty. You see, the God that we serve, the God that we You are sleeping, just sleep there.
You can sleep if you want.
Yeah. So the God that we serve, okay. I'm coming again. I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the Israelite army, the God of the Israelite army, which you have defiled, which you have
defiled.
This very day, the Lord will put you in my power. I will defeat you and cut off your head. I will give the bodies of the Philistine soldiers to the birds and animals to eat. Then the whole world will know that Israel has a God. Israel has a
God.
Yes. When someone does bad to you,
Yes.
you tell them, my God will fight for me. My God will do what?
Fight for me.
Because I trust in the living God. Because you trust in
the living God.
So, and everyone here will see that the Lord does not need swords or spears to save his people, okay?
Yes.
He is victorious in battle, and he will put all of you in our power. Okay, Goliath started walking towards David again, and David ran quickly towards the Philistine. Now David was not running away, okay, he was going now to fight, okay,
straight to Goliath.
Yes, and he reached into his bag and took a stone which he slung at Goliath. Okay, it hit him on the forehead. Here there was some space. You remember Goliath had a helmet. You remember? But David,
he hit him here. Then
yes,
he started.
Yes, it hit him on the forehead and broke his skull. This is a skull, okay? It broke his skull, and Goliath fell. Fell facing down on the ground. He fell like this. Boah! Okay?
Yes.
And
like someone is sleeping.
Yes, okay. And so, without a sword, David defeated and killed Goliath with a sling and a sword. He ran to him, stood over him, took Goliath's sword out of his sheath and cut his head and killed him. When the Philistines saw that their hero was dead, they ran away. They ran away. The men of Israel and Judah shouted and ran after them. Okay, pursuing them all the way to Gad, to the gates of Ekron. And Philistine fell wounded all along the road that leads to Shaaraim, as far as Gad and Ekron. Okay?
Yes.
That is the end of
David.
That was the end of Goliath. Okay? Yes. So are you happy today?
Yes.
Melvin, come.
Okay.
The story was too long. So let's say bye. So thank you for what do you say to our viewers.
Baraka
Men.
And please subscribe to our channel to get more hours video. Bye.
Bye.